is it important for me to go in and put those chapters in? So for example, I ask you, how do you do keyword research? You answer, I make that a chapter. Do I do that manually? Is that important? Or do I allow YouTube to sort of find those and put them out on their own?
Yeah, good question. I don't have a definitive answer on this because I believe that, I think they're called video snippets, or they were in the past. They've been on Google, I think, for longer than timestamps and chapters on YouTube. I think what I would do is, if you are very intentional and you think you have a good chance of ranking externally, even though it's Google search, it still is external from YouTube. I would be putting in the timestamps to essentially match the common Google search term, and you can use Google Trends for that, I think. But I also think there's a certain element of what you say in the video as well. So the actual script, you may want to ensure that the script is really nailing and addressing that potential Google search, because it feels to me as if YouTube has been on like just another level of recommendations for viewers for a decade at this point. I don't for viewers for a decade at this point. I don't think the traditional style of SEO has been important on YouTube for, I would say, at least 5 years, because I think we're all aware now, given how AI has developed over the last 2 years, at least in public, that YouTube is able to analyze every single frame of a video and figure out all of the objects in that video and like every single thing that a person says, and detect the emotion. And I think it's more through those, sometimes millions and billions of, YouTube says they use billions of signals to determine how to recommend content. So it's almost like, I call this, I've used this phrase before, but I feel as if it's a bit wishy-washy. Like it's content engine optimization. I think people need to reassess how different aspects of your content influence a viewer. So again, we talk about the packaging, the title and the thumbnail. That's the thing that's going to stop somebody scrolling. The thumbnail will stop somebody scrolling, and the title will convince them to click. And then the hook will ensure that the person sticks around for another few minutes on the video. And then the meat of the video has to start doing some storytelling. And all of these things aren't really connecting back to what I think is the traditional sense of SEO. But I realize now, Eli, your original question was ranking in Google search. So I think, yes, there is still some element of making sure that you timestamp your videos and you do it manually. You don't let YouTube do it automatically, because sometimes the timestamps from YouTube are really weird and don't seem to make any sense, or sometimes spoil the video if you're trying to tell a story within it.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click here. If you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.